Hey everybody, guess what? We're live today. Happy Monday. I hope everybody had a great weekend. We are back today. We're talking about preschool. We have Southern Stars Montessori Preschool with us. I have Sharon Thompson Sachi with me. I'm so excited to talk about this. I wish I had known about this when my kids were younger. It's too late for me. But so many of you have been asking about preschool and Montessori school is a little bit different. So tell us about that, Sharon. How's it going today, by the way?
Fine, thank you. Fine, thank you. Happy Monday. Thank you so much for having us. We appreciate it. Um,
Yeah.
Montessori is probably the original preschool. Actually, it goes back to the idea that intellect is guided by the hand, so you don't go to the abstract very quickly. I think the biggest difference with preschools and Montessori is that when kids go into a Montessori classroom, they really love the work. It's self-correcting and it's in steps. And so what happens is a child as young as 2 can learn a piece of work and know that if they get to step 3, if there's something wrong, they can go back to step 2, and that leads right into critical thinking. So it's an easier classroom to teach in because the Montessori teachers have all this prepared environment work. The prepared environment has procedural steps. It's self-correcting. The kids love it. They can move from one area to another to another. And it just generally works. And it works for all kids. Right now, we have so many kids that come to us with ADD and ADHD in our East Coast schools. And people always think there's something wrong with the child, developmental delays or whatever. And we find that when you put them in this environment, which is a little more quiet and a little more subdued, that they do really well. And also everything is highly individualized. Even though we do a circle time and we have a lot of social hours, et cetera, everything is very individualized. Every student has their own individual plan.
I love that because so many times when you get put in regular schools or pre-K programs, everyone has to work at the same pace.
Yes.
And not all children can do that, even though they're all very intelligent. Some process a little bit differently
Yeah.
or a little
Yeah.
bit slower. So I
Yeah.
love the way this program is set up.
Yeah. And everybody is on a level playing field because we, from the very get-go, assess and reassess who's visual, who's audio, who's more tactile, who can go to abstract, who needs to wait to go to abstract, who needs a little more foundational learning, just stuff like that. So yeah, and it's very individual. And it really should be the expectation for parents in preschools. It really should, because one size doesn't fit all.
Right. And
Yeah.
I think sometimes as parents, we feel a lot of pressure to feel like that.
Yeah.
That your kids should be meeting these marks at certain ages.
Yes.
But it doesn't always
Yes.
happen that way.
No, it doesn't. We find sometimes the quietest kids are the ones sitting in the corner doing the same thing over and over again. We find once we transition them into first or second grade, they're the ones that are at the top of the class because they've been absorbing in and listening and working with manipulatives, but maybe they're on a little bit of a different trajectory. It's just kind of sad that we kind of discount that. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, when you individualize it, it's a very, very different experience.
So your location, this is your third location. You mentioned already that you had some on the East Coast. What made you want to open one here? You're from Brentwood, so did you want to come home and bring this here?
Yeah, my family historically is all through Tennessee the whole state. And I have a lot of family here in Nashville, and we just wanted to get off the East Coast and come back here. I always did love Nashville. Every time I came down here for Christmas, I would see my cousins. I'd think, well, that's a great life down here. I need to come. So we just packed it up and moved down here. The schools in DC do really, really well. We're always full and always on a wait. We've been open for 18 years. So it just made sense to find this place down here on 9th and Wedgwood. It's a great area. It's an up and coming area. We decided to do the same plan. Montessori is often very expensive. We work with preschool prices. Like we match a preschool price, and that's just a really good back end business plan, but we've been doing it for almost 2 decades. So now we just need to get the community involved.
Yeah. So you just recently opened. So does that mean that you have some open enrollment? Because it is so hard to get into preschools in this area. And I feel like every day someone is asking me, have you heard of any preschool openings recently?
Yeah, we just opened because we got caught in the COVID scare
Uh,
and the pandemic. And so the problem with that is that we were put off for almost 6 months, but we're open now. We run a pretty tight ship as far as COVID procedures. We have them at our DC and our Virginia school, and we will have them here too. But we have openings because people, one, didn't know that we were open. They thought we were closed because of COVID. So we've just opened our doors, and and we're getting the enrollments. We had several tours just this morning. We're hoping to draw from all areas of Nashville, including Williamson County. This is especially good for anybody who's working in either downtown, Music Row, Vanderbilt area, Belmont area, because we are 3 or 4 blocks right from 65. So a lot of people can go from downtown, shoot up, pick up their child, and out to Williamson County. So I think that would be a good fit.
Yeah. So tell me about the ages that you have for school. It starts at age 2.
It starts at age 2 and goes all the way up until you're 6 years old. They're mixed age classrooms. What is Montessori? Montessori is 3 to 6 years old. We have a 2 to 3-year-old room. And right now, we got news from our licensing people that if we wanted to accept 18 months, we could. Now, there is a Montessori program for toddlers at 18 months. And so I think we're going to integrate that too. We have 4 full classrooms, and each of our classrooms opens straight up to the outside world. So right now during COVID, we can avoid the community areas. So I think we'll operate all 4 classrooms, and we might even take one of those classrooms will accept 18 months olds.
Oh, wow. Even better. Tell me about the hours, because I know a lot of preschools are only open for a few hours just in the morning, but you have extended hours for those, like you said, who are working downtown and who may need extra hours for their children.
Exactly. Our school day is 8 to 3, but if you need to drop off between 7 and 8, we can accommodate you. And we're open until 6. We have an aftercare program that runs between 3 and 6. And we also have 2-day, 3-day, and 5-day slots, so that we have an array of different things going on. Right now, we also have a couple of half-day slots that are still open, and we have homework help for children who are trying to either get through kindergarten right now or trying to get into 1st grade, and they're having difficulty because they're online. We also have a whole homework help program.
Oh, that's good to know, because I know so many of us have become teachers as well as working and taking care of everything else.
Yeah.
So any assistance I think that you can offer like that will be helpful.
Yeah.
Tell everybody where they can find more information about Southern Stars.
So you can go to Southern Stars Montessori at gmail.com, and that's our email address. Southern Stars Montessori .net. Can you believe I have to ask that question? I'm on that site all day long. SouthernStarsMontessori.net. We're also on Facebook and on Instagram. And Facebook and Instagram is where we post a lot of what's going on the East Coast with our schools, which transfers directly over here. Although I will tell you, culturally, we'll make it a little bit different here, but you just kind of get an idea of the activities that are going on. You can follow us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram. Right now, we talk about all the specials that we have, the 2, the 3 to 5-day. We have early enrollment specials. We have the aftercare program, homework help. And right now, we're also trying to put together parents' nights out for like a Friday night out for parents, or a Saturday morning where the children can come in and take advantage of this brand new space that we have while a parent goes shopping or gets their errands done. And you can find all of that on our Facebook and on our Instagram accounts.
Another helpful thing, because right now, when they're at home learning remotely, you need time. You need time to get things done. Yeah. Hey, it's great to catch up with you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having us. We appreciate it.
And you guys go check that out. Like I said, it's so hard to find a preschool that has actually openings and that offers extended hours. So this is a great solution for everybody. Sharon, thanks again.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Welcome back to Tennessee.
Yeah, I love it. It's good to be back.
And you guys go check it out. All right, we'll see you soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye.